Hello everybody, welcome to Adventures in Beekeeping. My name is Dale, and today we're in the shop. We're going to assemble some more MannLake brood boxes. I'm going to give you a step-by-step on how to do it. The first thing that you want to do when you receive your boxes, of course, is unpack them and make sure that you have all of your inventory. After that, you want to inspect each piece and make sure that there are no defects. Expect that there's all the fingers are there. Make sure the handle is on your board, and make sure all the fingers are here. Make sure the drill holes are drilled, but we're going to do something different with that. On the inside, this kind of imperfection is not anything to worry about, especially when I show you one of the steps. The next thing that you want to do is turn all your box parts upside down and make sure that all the parts are relatively level. And if you have to swap the parts around to get them to match up, then you should do that at this moment and check those. Now, these two boxes on this side all seem to be pretty good. You can see that that's pretty level. But this box over here, you can see that this one board is really low. So these other boards are going to have to be sanded down or planed down or something to make sure that this box is smooth. However, one of these boxes is going to be my hive top feeder cover, so it won't be as necessary that everything is perfect. So this one I will reserve for my hive top feeder. The rest of them are reasonably accurate. The next thing that you want to do is to dry fit your box. Go ahead and put each of your boxes together and make sure that your pieces will fit together nicely. A little hammering, a little tapping with the hammer might be required, but that's okay. Make sure that your box goes together nicely. The next thing that you want to do is make sure that you have enough nails or screws to complete your project. It takes 36 nails or screws to put the box together. If you buy the MannLake Deep Brood Box Kit, you'll get 50 nails in a pack, and these are 70 nails. They're 2 inches long. So there's plenty of nails there. I'm planning to use screws. These are deck screws, exterior deck screws. They're number 8 and they're 1 5/8 inches. And they are T-Star. I like T-Star for all of my wood projects. It makes it really easy to screw things in and take them out if necessary. And then every box of these screws comes with its own T-Star bit. So make sure you have enough nails or screws to complete the project. It takes 36 for each box. The next thing that we want to do is to re-drill all of the holes that were put in there by the manufacturer. I've discovered that often the holes are crooked, and when you try to drive a nail or a screw, you're going to drive it crooked and it's going to cause mistakes. So select a bit that's just a little bit smaller than the screw or the nail that you're going to be using, and pre-drill or re-drill each hole in the wood. Doesn't have to be difficult or fancy. Just position the board below the bit and drill it all the way through. Again, position and drill it all the way through. Oh, don't make that mistake I just did where you made a hole in the wood. Just drill it all the way through. Again, position it and drill all the way through. That will make your holes, you'll be sure that your holes are straight through all the way through. corrected any possible mistakes that were made. You don't need a drill press to do this. You can eyeball it, just use a hand drill, and just drill each hole all the way through. This will make sure, that the holes are straight. And there's no possibility of you splitting these fingers. Okay, this next step is optional. You can do it or not do it. And the reason that I'm making it optional is that I just heard about it the other day. I've seen some people do it or talk about doing it. And I also saw a study that said that if you do this, it will increase, it will encourage the bees to propolize the inside of the box. So what you want to do is take something sharp. Here I have just some drill bits, or you could use wire brush or something like that. But what you want to do is just take these 4 bits and just drag them across the inside of the box and just score it along the inside of the box. And that will encourage the bees to propolize the inside of the box. And from what I understand, the benefit of that is that there's plenty of antibiotics in the propolis, and that will encourage antibiotics inside the box. So you want to do this up and down and across like this, and then you want to switch and go diagonal this way. And you just want to scratch the inside of the box. Now, another way you could do this would be to use a saw blade and just set it for teeny tiny depth, and then just make a crisscross across the box. So you just want to crisscross your box in 4 different directions, scratching the inside of the box. This is optional, but I've read about it. You can look it up and see. And I'll put some links in the description. The next step is to assemble the box. You can either use these 2-inch nails that come with the kit. These are 7D nails, 2-inch nails, or as I've chosen, I'm going to use these screws. But before you do that, you need to apply the glue. And I'm using Gorilla Glue. It's good for outside external uses. So I'm going to use Gorilla Glue, and we'll just glue. So put glue here and here and here. On this piece of wood, you need to do the 3 surfaces with the glue. This one, and this one on this piece of wood. And then on the next piece of wood that you're going to be using, you really only need to do this piece right here. Because the other piece should have everything that you need, all the other glue that you need. So you can be liberal with the glue. It looks like I maybe put too much. And then you just want to go ahead and nail or screw it together. glue that might be remaining. Go ahead and wipe that up, and we just use the screws. What I liked about the screws this time is that when I put the screws in, everything just came together, just drew everything up together. And let's double check square here. I think you can see that. Looks pretty good to me. Goes to this side. Looks pretty solid. That one's okay, I guess. Let's check this one. A little bit out of square. How does that happen? How do you get one corner that's out of square and all the other ones are nearly perfect? And then as far as rocking is concerned, does a little bit, little rocks a little bit. I see there's a little bit of glue still. So that's assembling. Okay, the next thing that you want to do is to give this little sliver of wood right here a little bit of support. So this is right on the corner, and it's very thin. It's about half the width of the 3/4 wood. But this is where your hive tool is going to be going, and you're going to be prying on that and bending. Yes, it has the glue, but we want to give it just a tad bit more support right there. So just take the tiniest little nail that you have that's long enough to go in there and secure that, and just tap it in there. You don't want to use a big nail. You want to put it like right in the center of that space right there between here and here, and just tap a tiny little nail in there to give that corner just the extra little support that it needs. Do that on all 4 corners.
Before I continue, I need to give some credit where credit is due. Consider this footnotes for this video. Several of the ideas from this video came from other YouTubers. First one is Dan Skis Bees. He has 2 great videos that you should check out. How to assemble hive bodies and help for new beekeepers. The second place I got lots of ideas is from Backyard Bees, North Carolina. Check out his videos, how I build and paint hive bodies, and how I made nooks for $7. I'll put links in the comments for this.
The next thing that I did, and I wanted to show you, I've already done it. It was quite a dusty mess when I was doing it, so I didn't video. But what I did is these fingers don't always match up. Sometimes this finger will be taller than this wood, or it'll actually be shorter than this wood. So I got my big sander out, and I sanded this edge so that it's perfectly smooth as I could possibly get it, so that this edge of the finger here matches the top of that. You can see that's super smooth. And I could maybe show you there that there's almost no gap there. Then the next thing that I did was to go ahead and get some filler, some wood filler, and fill these cracks here and here and here and so on all corners, of course. And I went ahead and filled my screw heads in as well. Now what that will do is it will allow me to paint this really easily. It'll be really easy to paint. I won't be trying to get paint down in the corners. I won't be like trying to paint where the wood doesn't excuse me, where the wood doesn't match up with each other. And also that'll give me a really good corner, really good paint bond on here as well. My next step is to paint this. I'll probably put 3 coats of paint on all of this. Now I'm going to paint the top here and here, along here, and then I'm also going to paint the bottom along here and along here. of course all the flat surfaces as well. This is the wood filler I used. It's a DAP Premium Patch Advanced Exterior Filler, made for the elements. It's good for external. It's good for wood, metal, PVC, all kinds of stuff. But I just saw this at one of the stores, and I thought this might be the right thing. It's weatherproof and waterproof. And the next step is painting. And here I have 2 ladders set up and a bar going in between. And I have my deep boxes that I'm painting sitting on there, and I've got some of the edges painted. Notice I'm painting the top, the sides, and the bottom, but not the inside. I'll just let these dry, and then I should be able to recoat them in a couple of hours.
Thanks for watching. God bless and have a great day.